Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so there's a lot going on in hip hop right now. Ever since 6ix9ine ran up on Meek Mill, it's been a lot of opinions here and there, right? I've done two videos about the situation. The original video, I just talked about what happened, man, and just broke it down basically what went down. Then the next video I did was about Wack100's response to all that, right? But I didn't agree wholeheartedly with what Wack100 said. I thought he was half right. Now, a lot of people might have taken that the wrong way and thought that I was siding with Meek Mill, and that is 100% not the case. I just said in that situation, he made the best and right move because I'm not getting tricked out of my spot for somebody you guys don't even respect in the first place. Nobody respects 6ix9ine like that. They call him an informant, they call him a rat. And I'm gonna trick myself out of my position for his respect or to prove something to people like Wack100? Nah, man, I'm not doing that. But man, there's another side to that. On top of that, you shouldn't be talking that tough stuff. So I did agree with Wack100 in that aspect. But man, let's talk about how this is materialized online. Because Wack100 and Meek Mill have been going back and forth ever since Wack100 jumped out with those comments. Now, before we get into the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, man, let's talk about this Wack100 Meek Mill situation just a little bit now. Now, Wack100 jumped out the window and said that Meek Mill took an L because he should have used all that energy that he has for everybody else on 6ix9ine. Now, 6ix9ine ran down on him. He had security. Meek Mill had security. I can't even see a situation where they could have even banged out, where they could have even shot the fair one. And that was one of my points too, is if Meek would have said, or excuse me, if 6ix9ine would have said, yo, let's shoot this fair one, and Meek turned the fair one down, I would have lost all respect for Meek. You know what I mean? But if you got two groups of security and you have law enforcement on both sides, no, man, that is not a good decision. That is bad advice, Wack100. He's giving out, that is horrible advice. And Meek would be an idiot to listen to anything like that, man. You're just tricking yourself back off the streets when everybody for like 2 years were like, free Meek, free Meek. You did all that, made these connections with billionaires. And don't forget, man, Meek Mill, they just ran a story almost like 2 years, maybe a year and a half ago, about the moves that Meek Mill was making as far as like building his empire. He's like co-owner of Lids. So every time you get a fitted, you giving Meek a little bit of that cut, man. I mean, there's a lot going on there. And he's made a lot of valuable connections. And throwing all that away for some dude you don't respect, I know I said that before, it's just not going to happen, man. That was bad advice on Wack100's part. But Wack100 did say that Meek should probably tone it down. Start going to the Jay-Z lane of things, because there ain't no way you out here doing all this kill, kill, kill stuff in your lyrics. And then when you get approached by, a quote unquote informant, and who everybody considers a rat, I don't use that term that much because I'm not a street dude. I can't use those. I don't make those delineations. You know what I mean? You didn't act accordingly or handle it how somebody from the street would. You know what I mean? Which you shouldn't. You got money. There's no reason to act like you don't. So that's why I was half and half on those opinions. Now, Meek, he said something similar. Now, Meek put this out without me even, I didn't see this until later, even though our opinions are almost the same. And it's tough to say that I'm sharing an opinion of something that Meek Mill posted online, because I hate the fact that Meek Mill is Twitter fingers. I hate the fact that he's always on social media posting stuff, man. It's to the point where it's ridiculous, and he always comes out with an L for those situations. But this time, man, you gotta say this is pretty much right, except for his personal attacks at Wack100. Now, he released a video, a little audio clip as well, where he claims that Wack100 was talking greasy about one of his own folks, man, like somebody who's down with him or whatnot. Now, in this clip, I'm gonna only play a little bit of it because it's not much there, to be honest, man. You really can't even make that determination. You can't say that he's trying to backdoor somebody or anything from what you hear here.
And when it got rental car and got to moving how I want to move and let know.
And to be honest, he continues on like that for a while, man. It's only like a minute long audio clip or whatever. And we don't know the context of any of this conversation. So I don't know what proof Meek thought he had by posting that, but it's obviously not what he thinks it is, man. It's not this aha moment where everybody's like, oh man, because the rumor is he was talking bad about the game. Now, the Game, man, is one of my favorite rap artists, man. I really like the Game a lot, man. But dude, man, has made a lot of bad decisions lately, and that was based off of just knee-jerk reactions. And he lost a lot of money for allegedly not going to court for a default judgment. So, I mean, in a civil suit. So, man, taking Wack's advice on anything like that, I would take caution. I'm going to just say that. You know what I mean? Because look at the Game. You know what I mean? Meek Mill doesn't want to end up in that situation. And I'm not saying that the Game still doesn't have more money than probably me and everybody, most people, you know, walking around working every day, right? But, man, there is a possibility to trick yourself out of a lot of money just by doing things from a knee-jerk reaction. And, man, that was my whole point in that last video. And to quote Wack100, man, Meek Mill did everything he was supposed to do. Just like he said in the Trippie Redd situation, Meek Mill did everything he was supposed to do in that situation. All right, so in typical Meek Mill fashion, man, he had to get the Twitter fingers to working. So he put a long caption on that post, and it says this, man. He says, "This is Wack100 talking behind his blood homie back to me when it's supposed to be smoke. Never believe this old manipulator. He really, you know what, and will have you crash to protect himself. It's sad you out here trying to mislead the youngins on the net. You run up on me if you want to set an example. You biting your homie back out to ops while it's on, laughing out loud. You was excited from that nip situation. I don't know how they let you rock in LA. I think you a fed also. Didn't you just get shot? Get off the net, laughing out loud. Hashtag Wack100 exposed. I love getting at you fake bullies. You biting the cat back that was feeding you. I'll meet up with you any day. You pick and I'm a boss. I do not do fades." With a diamond emoji. So I don't know. It seems like he said a lot of the same thing that I said, man, when I was just looking at the situation from the outside looking in. But Wack100 had to respond, and you know that. And I have to admit, his reply is hilarious. And he said this. He said, "Meek Mill, you could post me bathed in a giraffe. You know what? It still don't change the fact that you got pulled up on by a rat and marked out. Hashtag facts." Now, that is pretty funny because the optics of it is pretty bad, man. You got 6ix9ine, who is, man, a lot of people just don't respect in the rap game. You know, it's just one of those things, you know what I mean? And he did pull up on Meek Mill, sort of. But, man, like I said previously, man, I think Meek's reaction to this or the way that he handled it was, well, it's always his after actions. Like posting that video clip, or audio clip of Wack100 just talking on the phone. That is weird, man. Like, Wack and them, they have a good point in that. Like, why are you recording people in conversations? Now, I get it. You're rich, right? So you might want to be recording everything, and especially when it's beef. Now, let's not pretend like people haven't done this in the past, especially when it's beef in hip-hop. They've recorded the other side, played that, even put it on different tracks and stuff, man. And that's come from all sides, you know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm not going to act like I'm that shocked, but it is a little alarming when you see that there was that level of insecurity on both sides, even with Meek saying that he had to record it, just a regular conversation, man. I mean, I understand they were beefing at the time, so he might not have wanted his words to be used against him in some type of way, but, man, to release it years later or to even hold on it for a couple years, that's kind of corny, man, to be honest, to be 100%. Now, I don't know, man. What do you guys think? Do you think that Meek Mill should have ran out there head first, tried to jump over security, and really give 6ix9ine that good work? Or should he have just asked for the fade, man? You know, that one-on-one. I would understand that as well. I mean, I'm throwing in that as an extra caveat. Or is Wack100 right that Meek Mill folded and Tekashi 6ix9ine is up 1-0, man, on Meek Mill? Now, with that being said, what do you guys think about this audio clip that Meek Mill released And what do you think about Wack100's response? Now, with that, this has been your boy Big Man. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this side content. And we out of here. Peace.